Hey guys, it's Frosty Uncle. I'm back with another video. Today I am doing a trauma medic shift, so I hope you guys on YouTube are going to enjoy. So basically, I've picked trauma medic. It's the highest specialty for medic. And basically we deal with more traumatic things like injuries, like it could be broken bones, and so on. It could be heart attacks or strokes. Obviously, we don't get many emergencies of all of those, so we're just going to go with what we have. So we have a broken bone and we have dehydration. So for the sake of my specialty, I'm going to pick a broken bone. Okay, so now that I've picked which rescue I am going to take, I just need to jump into the ambulance and drive over to the scene. Please excuse my driving if at all I somewhat crashed or was swerving. I'm not the best with driving. Okay, so we're headed to a residence and the patient's in the guest room. So if you can see the red dot just afar, that's where the residence is and where we'll need to go. Alright guys, so we've arrived at the residence where we need to do the rescue. I'm just following the red dot and here we have a patient on the floor, Thomas M. So I'm just going to put down my medical bag and just get out a splint just to put on the leg for support. And I just need to run back out to the ambulance and get the stretcher. But first I'm just going to remove the medic bag. And let's just ignore that ambulance over there. It seems to be on fire. Okay, so I have the stretcher. We're just going to go in and pick up the patient so we can take them to the hospital. I mean, the funny thing is I didn't have to go in the room. The bed went through the door. Okay, so we're going to put the patient in the back. Hook him up. I do apologize for how long placing them takes. Okay, so I just need to attach a saline IV. Now, this is usually the hardest for me, so I might have to click the main menu just to attach it. There we go. Now I just need to close the doors and drive back to the hospital. Or, as it says on my tasks, drive to the ambulance bay of the hospital. So I'm just going to carefully pull out by here so I can make a smooth turn without crashing, hopefully. But no, on my luck, I'll end up crashing into something or someone. Okay, so we're almost there. Now, usually I go around the other side and make the walkway, but this is a somewhat quicker way to get to the ER. So if I went the other way around, it would take slightly longer. I could have turned up the speed, because I do have the speed pass, but it's uncontrollable when the speed is too high. So I'm just going to get the patient out and take him into the emergency room. Okay guys, so I skipped just a little because my video did stop halfway, so I had to restart. So we've just brought him into the ER and we're just about to leave a note so that a doctor can take a look at him. Okay, so now what we're going to do is select another emergency to run over to. So this time I'm going to pick dehydration because it can be traumatic, especially if they're passed out, because you've literally got to resuscitate and shock them. Okay, so I'm just going to close the doors. There is no bed in the ambulance right now, but it's in my inventory at the bottom. So I'm just going to drive under through the walkway and we're going to make way to a residence, and this time the patient is upstairs, which does make it a lot more difficult for myself, but I'm a medic I've got to deal with difficulty. Okay, so as you can see, there's a red dot just ahead. We're just going to pull up with a red arrow. We're going to pull up where the red arrow is and make our way upstairs. Hopefully, the patient isn't going to be too hard to find. I mean, fingers crossed. Okay, so just about to go upstairs. So the patient is currently laid on the floor. And they're dehydrated. So we're just going to pop down the bag. And now what I need to do is just lay flat, check them, check pulse, and lay them out. Now I just need to get the defibrillator. I forgot to equip it, so I'm going to have to go through the toolkit. And it's not too far down. So here's the defibrillator. I'm just going to pop that down there. I'm just going to click use and attach the patient. So I've just clicked back on the phone for my next task. So I need to get the ambu bag and start performing CPR. So as you can see, you've got to keep doing CPR until the entire circle is complete. And now we just wait for the defibrillator to charge up and then we can deliver the shock. So clear and shock. Okay, at this point they should be waking up. So we need to do another round of CPR. Again, wait until the circle is complete and then issue should be done. Okay, so I'm just going to get the stretcher. Oh, my mistake. Whoopsie. Right, I have the stretcher. So we're going to take her to the ambulance. Today we have Elizabeth. I think that's I, because it definitely... No, it's... Yeah, it is I or L. Either way, it doesn't matter. Okay, so the patient's in the ambulance. I just need to jump in for a second because I know it's going to ask me to give him something. So I'm going to have to go back on the toolkit and search for an EpiPen. So here we are, the EpiPen. Okay, so we need to administer the EpiPen. And now we need to attach a saline IV. All right, attach. Right, close those doors and we can drive back to the ambulance bay and drop the patient off. So during the small interval of driving back, I'm not going to talk as much, just to save a bit of talking time, but when I get to the hospital. All right, gang, so we've just reached the hospital. I just need to grab the stretcher and bring the patient into a room. Now, I really hope that there's an available room, because they tend to be full quite often. I mean, even though the update is new and improved, I wish we had more ER rooms, but never mind. So we've just placed her on the bed and we're going to leave a note. Okay, so now that we've left a note, I think we're pretty much sorted. I mean, I would have gone and done another rescue, but I doubt we're going to have time for that. So I've just grabbed a coffee just to sort of end it on my break. Guys, I actually really enjoyed this shift. I love being a medic. Please stay tuned because there'll be more videos coming soon. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one.